This is Political Science, class 12th, and the chapter is continued, that is US hegemony. Today I am going to tell you about the forms of hegemony. That means the ways to understand what hegemony is in relation to the US. And we can understand this by three ways, or to say that US is a hegemon in current time can be understood in these ways. First, as hard power or hegemony as hard power. And this is related to literally to Greek. In relation to Greek, this word is relevant as it used to be implied as predominance or the leadership of one state, and that was the predominance of Athens over other city states of ancient Greece. And same thing is seen in current time, present time, of the position of the US. Okay, and it is related to the balance of power, military capabilities between and among the states, and the military capability of US is unmatched. No other country and group of countries collectively are of any match with US. And we can see the presence of US military power all over the world, quality wise and quantity wise also. No other country stands in the same position as that of US. So that is the military power of US is absolute and relative. Absolute, unmatched, and relative, no other country can be in the same position. Now we can see as US command structure, okay, known as US command structure, which is under the commanders deployed in all the continents, and we can say all over the world. All right, and they are known as US command forces. And they are like this: US North Command, US South Command, US EU Command, US Central Command, and US Pacific Command. So this is related to the military dominance, okay, which is not only based on higher military spending on this, but on the basis of the quality and technology also. So this is about hegemony as hard power, which is mainly related to the military power of the US or of a hegemon. Now we take the second form of hegemony, and which is known as structural power or hegemony as structural power. Children, mainly this is related to mainly the economic power of a dominant country, okay, or economic supremacy in the world, its dominance, and it is clearly reflected by the role played by US in providing global public goods. Global public goods means these facilities, services provided to all the people, all the countries in the world, they can be used by them. Like LOCs, it means sea routes of countries for merchant ships, so that the trade is run. And after the decline of British naval power, this role is played by US. Another example is the services of internet as the global public good. You know, WWW, World Wide Web, that was started as a military project of US Army in 1950, and 28% share is of US in the economy of the world, and it shares 15% in the world trade. Then we see the system known as the Bretton Woods system that was set up by US after the Second World War, and that still constitutes the basic structure of the world economy. Then we know about the World Bank, IMF, International Monetary Fund, World Trade Organization, and all are the products of American hegemony. Now, how can we forget the most prestigious academic degree of MBA, Masters in Business Administration? That is also an American idea. All right. And they only told that the skill is required to run the business as a profession. And first MBA course started in 1900 and outside US after 1950. And now we can see it is present all over the world. Now we come to the third part, and that is hegemony as soft power. You remember, hegemony as hard power is related to the military capability. Hegemony as structural power is related to the economic supremacy or hegemony. And the culture, okay, the lifestyle, the food habit, the ideology of the countries controlled, directed, influenced by a country which is a predominant country is known as hegemony as soft power. So it is related to the capacity to manufacture consent. Consent means the willingness of the people, and not forcefully, but by guiding indirectly, by influencing the behavior of the people, which is always in the favor of the dominant country. All right, and this way, the hegemon not only uses or deploys military power but also ideological resources to direct and shape the behavior of the dominated states. And it is reflected on the cultural presence of US all over the world. You all know. Do you remember the example of Andrei, who prefers to wear blue jeans? Then McDonald's, KFC's, soft drinks, dresses, festivals, these are all what influenced by Americans on the people of different countries. So we can say the ability to persuade rather than coerce is called soft power. All right. So these are the different types of hegemony which is seen in military capability, in economic capability, and as soft power or as the cultural influence on the people. Thank you.